All right, this is James Possible, aka DS Domination Dad, and well, I'm on my way to pick up my son from school, so enjoy that I could actually do that. Today I want to talk about DS Domination and the fact that it is a legitimate business. This will be part one of two, and what I want to talk about here are the questions you might want to be asking yourself as you look at different things. And one of the first questions that I would ask myself is what you're looking at a business or a job? Because, I mean, there's a lot of ways to make money online and many legit ways to do it. And if you don't have time for a job as it is, what makes you think that a part-time job, even if it's online, is going to be any better? Because think about this, will you be able to create your own schedule? I mean, are you going to have somebody that you have to report to? Most jobs, both those things would be yes and yes, and that's not really, while you might have some flexibility with your schedule, the question is, will it be enough to give you the freedom you want? And then, because it is a job, what about the income you're creating? Will it be enough? And what if you could take control of how much you want to earn in those hours that you have available to work from home? So the next question, the big question is what you're looking at is it a business or an opportunity? And you know, there's so many ways to look at an opportunity. But I mean, first and foremost, is there something you have to sell? Do you have to sell makeup? Do you have to sell vitamins? Do you have to sell weight loss supplements? Or something else along those lines? The question is, if you do have to sell something like that, do you really want to? Or are you doing it, or are you willing to do it just because you need to make some extra money? And that's a pretty big thing to look at. And then to get started, the next question is, how much money do you have to invest? How much stock, how much inventory do you have to buy? Is it $1,000 or is it $100? You know, how much? So, and then there's the other side of that coin too, right? It's not just about a product most of the time. If it's an opportunity, it's about people, other people. It's about selling your warm market, right? Your friends, your family, your acquaintances, and of course, anybody else you bump into. And do you really want to get into something new that's going to make all your family and friends want to hide from you? There's a better way to do it. And if it's a business, that's not something that's going to be required. I mean, you just got to think about that. So, do you have to build a team, train, and recruit and train people? And Are both those things you want to do? Because the more people you have, the more people you have to train, the more people you have to recruit, and the more time it's going to take. Can you make money just with the product? And that's a really big question. If you can't, and you're wanting more freedom, more time, and yes, extra income, the question is it really the opportunity that you're looking for? If there's any hesitation, then say no, don't do it. Because there's other ways to do it. I can tell you that DS Domination has really impacted my life, and I mean, I haven't even been doing it that long, and I started seeing results like the next day, in less than 24 hours. Is that true for everybody? No, but it's true for a lot of people. And so all I did was go through the training, and then I took action. I did everything that the training was telling me to do. So, you know, let's go back to that opportunity for a moment. Does somebody else's success depend on you? Let me ask that again. Does somebody else's success depend on you? And if the answer is yes, think about that a little bit. Are you really happy about that? Because as a business, that's not necessarily the case, right? And what about the product? Is there only one brand of product you get to deal with? Is there only one place you can buy it from? Again, not a business. There's no way for you to be competitive there. And ultimately, that's not the goal anyways. In that situation, the goal is not to make money with the product, but the goal is to make money from building a team, from recruiting. And the reality is, with DS Domination, if you're using the product, you're making money. All you have to do is use it. And that's pretty amazing. And what about the promises and the opportunity? Are you being promised, overnight riches? Or maybe not being exaggerated that much, but do the promises seem to be a little pie in the sky, you know? And how much do you believe the promises? So just, don't, as you're looking at these different things, really slow down, step back, and ask yourself those questions. Is it a business or a job? And if it is a job, then you know that's going to be, your schedule's not going to always be yours to make. Even though you may have flexibility because you're doing it online or remotely, doesn't mean you'll always have time freedom. And there is somebody that you have to report to because it is a job. And the reality is, you can lose a job. You can be doing a great job and still lose your job. And in business, that's not really the case. Then next question, is it a business or an opportunity? What kind of opportunity is it? Is there a product that you have to sell? Do you have to buy inventory up front? Is there only one brand? I mean, do you have to recruit people? Do you have to build a team? Do you have to train people? And all those other things. Is somebody else's income dependent upon you? Now, none of those things sound like really a great way to do business. Now, it may work for selling product and stuff for the company as a whole, but from your perspective, how much do you think you'll really gain from it? Because the reality is, the average person in that kind of opportunity is only going to be able to recruit 2 people. Even if you can recruit 5, 10 people, the average person's going to recruit less than 2, I'm sorry. So think about those things. Do you want somebody else's income to be dependent on you? So down below I have a link to a seminar, a webinar actually, that goes through all the processes of DS domination and shows you how it works. And just check it out. It's a very simple concept. It's easy, but it does take work. If you're not afraid of putting in some time and doing some work and making an effort, and you're not afraid to invest $20 in yourself, then DS domination is the business for you. Not the opportunity, but the business. It's a business. So check it out and see what you think. This is James Possible, aka DS Domination Dad, wishing you great success, and I look forward to meeting you on the inside. Bye.